Hi everyone, welcome to this week's weekly briefing here on our Mayfield TV YouTube channel. The written version of the weekly news is coming out later on today, but here's a summary of what we've been doing in school over the last week or so. Item number one, we met on Wednesday evening to refresh our new Mayfield Together fundraising group. We first met last February prior to the word COVID even existing, I think, and a year later, or over a year later, we've finally been able to give it a fresh restart in our theatre on Wednesday evening. We had good attendance. It was really good to see. Numbers are high. I think they've trebled, since the work of the old PTFA last met, which is fabulous to see that new engagement and people really enthused by what we're doing. Great to see so many new staff there and so many new families. We talked about what we want to achieve. We talked about our shared goal, our first shared outcome that we want to aim for and raise funds for. We put together a calendar of events, COVID pending, through 2021. We talked about a whole range of matters, things we could do, directions we could go in, ways in which we can present what we do. So what we're going to do is put a full newsletter together all about it next week, so we can tell you in detail about the planned events, the planned outcomes, where we want to display this work and how we want it to go. We've even created a new badge, which we mentioned last February, to represent the Mayfield Together work, and you'll see that appearing around school wherever their contribution supports the work that we're doing. So if you want to join the group, we're there. It's casual, it's informal, it's a chance to have a chat with school leaders and staff on a very different level. We're all together, there's no hierarchy about it, we just sit, we just chat, we just do, and it'd be lovely to see you next. Have a look on the newsletter for the confirmation of the next meeting, and if you're thinking about coming along, come along. We are stronger together, so it'll be lovely to see you at that, and thanks to everyone who attended the first meeting or sent a nice message of support saying they'll be there at the next one. Next news item, I keep updating you on the exciting new When I Grow Up curriculum, which is in its first term, and I'll continue pushing that because there's nothing more important than the teaching and learning experience in our school. Things have continued greatly in the last 2 weeks. We've had so many events. In fact, I'm going to refer to a list because there's so many things that have gone on. We had the Great Egyptian Bake Off in Year 4 on Monday and Tuesday. That was our design and technology thematic days. I think Mr. Taylor's still finding flour in various items of clothing, and they had great fun cooking and arranging their Egyptian creations on Monday and Tuesday. It was fabulous to see. I'm not quite sure it was MasterChef, but it wasn't far off, and the guys had a great time testing and making their food. We've had the Pop Art Theme Day in Year 6, Focus Day on Modern Artwork that Year 6 undertook yesterday, and they had a good time creating those. It's great to have a day where we can just dedicate to one subject. Not everything has to be English and maths each and every day, and it's been great to see time dedicated to these wider creative subjects. We also have our Year 5 group that have been undertaking two things in the last few weeks. Number one, they undertook their local history geography field trip last week, which studied our local area. You'll know that our new curriculum is very much committed to studying our local area and local history, and that's been their part of their Victorians-on-Sea topic. They've also continued to be busy building model villages, which is used part of design and technology and history to bring that together. And I'm sat in one of the classrooms where the model villages are at the moment, and we hope you'll get a chance to see them in July at the parent celebrations. And I'm about, despite the weather, to head off with Year 3 on a superb structures trip into Blackpool, which should be interesting in the rain, but it's planned, it's there, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to have some good fun with that and have a look at the amazing, unique local sites we have on our doorstep as part of their challenge. They've been set a challenge by an American TV executive called Tex Wannabe, and they're providing all the information for this American documentary. So the trip is a vital area of study for them. So there's lots and lots going on. And whilst we're still having to learn to live with COVID-19, and we'll probably have to learned to live with it for a very long time, yet it will not stop us. It has not stopped us. Our teaching and learning experience is safely there and on offer. And we drive forward, and there's lots more to come as well. And my last point for this week relates to the St Anne's Enterprise Partnership. Our friends at the partnership are wanting to get the local community back out there and back up and running. Tourism is so important to businesses, to all of us within the town. And they've asked us to hand out some questionnaires electronically so that families and children can vote for what were their favourite attractions and places to eat prior to the pandemic hitting, so that they're going to put together a new handout, and that handout will be there to distribute around the local area to try and attract people back to our local community. It's been a devastating time for businesses and families alike, and the St Anne's Enterprise Partnership with Sandy the Bear as their mascot are doing their best to get the message out there about what we have to offer in St Anne's and the places to eat. And we'd like your feedback because you guys are the ones that so often use it, so we can get that message out there. So what you have to do is choose your top 3 attractions and your top 3 places to eat pre-pandemic, of course, and then return those via the school app, and we pass those votes, that information through to the St Anne's Enterprise Partnership. And that will help them to produce their handout, which will get our local community, our local tourism back up and running. And it's great that we can support our local area and our local community and the St Anne's Enterprise Partnership. So have a look out for that attachment on the weekly news when it comes out this afternoon, and if you could respond via the app in the next few days, and we can send that through to our friends there. And that's it really. So next week we'll send out a full Mayfield Together newsletter alongside the main school newsletter. Lots more to come next week. I'm about to go out there and get wet through because I'm going on a superb structures trip, but it's fun. That's what it's about. It's about up, busy, learning and doing. We've spent far too long inside over the last year, so ready to get my waterproofs on, but looking forward to it. And stay tuned, and we'll chat again next week about the various range of things that's going on in our very busy and vibrant school. Take care, stay safe, see you then.